Hello, I'm Melanie Knapp from GONERS.
The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, often known as the Elks Lodge or simply the Elks, is an American fraternal order founded in 1868. Originally founded as a social club in New York City, the organization is today headquartered at Elks National Veterans Memorial in Chicago. The Elks are one of the leading fraternal orders in the United States, claiming nearly 1 million members who contribute generously of their time and money to many charitable causes. The Elks Lodge number 19, at 34 Prospect Street in Hartford, Connecticut, has the distinction of being the first building in America to be built specifically as an Elks Lodge. It houses one of the most visually stunning lodge rooms in the country. Through the years, there have been reports of suspected paranormal activity in the building. At least one death has been documented to have occurred near the fire escape at the rear of the building. Traditionally an all-male organization, women were allowed to join beginning in the mid-1990s. Not all the male members were pleased with this decision, and some of the deceased members may have been very upset. Reports of female members being touched, pinched, or their hair pulled by unseen hands have been reported many times. In several places throughout the building, furniture has been moved without human intervention. The sound of voices and footsteps can be heard when no one else is there. Kim Larsen, the exalted ruler of Elks Lodge number 19, told us about the activity.
My name is Kim Larsen, and I am exalted ruler of Hartford Elks Lodge number 19. I live in Wethersfield, Connecticut, and I have lived in Connecticut since 1998. We've had reports of activity here for over 40 years. I can tell you that members have experienced their hair pulled. Somebody got pinched one night, but we've seen bar glasses fly off the bar. We used to have our bar set up a little bit different. We had glasses piled on top of each other. There were about 5 of us at the bar one night, and things just started flying off. And it was before anybody had been drinking, so we knew it was actually happening. We've had nights where chafing dishes have been thrown across. People have heard whistling and singing upstairs. Things getting knocked around, and also reports from, and not just recently, but years past, we have a secretary's office that's upstairs on the second floor behind the ballroom. There are times when someone would be in there with the door shut and they hear furniture moving around, like somebody's moving the tables around to get, set up for a party or something. And that happens quite often. We do have bartenders here that at night see things, shadows, noises, whispered conversations, things of that nature. So typically, people will see something out of the corner of your eye right back here, across the glass. Sometimes it's just a, shadow out of the corner of your eye from behind the bar. Sometimes you will be standing here and you feel like there's somebody right behind you. It's happened to me many times. Many times for me, it's in the center island here, and I'll see somebody out of my peripheral vision, and I'll say, okay, who's that? Somebody just came in, and I didn't hear him walk in the door. There's nobody there. So my husband and I were here. It was a Saturday afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock, and we had just gotten here. We just sat down and ordered a first drink. The bartender was standing over there where Terry is right now, and we had a couple people over here, and over here where those Jack Daniels bottles are, the Jim Beam, we had our wine glasses double stacked. And so we're sitting here and we heard a glass crash. So we turned around and looked. I said, okay, Michelle, you lost a glass. And I was thinking that there was, water on the bar or whatever. And we go back to chit-chatting, and, we just gotten here. Next thing you know, we hear another glass crash. So we turn around, and the bartender comes over, and we're all kind of going, oh, that was weird. So we all start looking at the glasses to see what's going on, and they didn't just topple over or fall over, they launched. Like somebody was standing behind them, which is impossible, and throwing them at the cooler. And they were landing on the ground, smashing. It happened 5 times until the bartender turned around and said, stop it, like screaming at the top of her lungs, and the whole energy changed. And we were all just really shell-shocked because that's never happened before, and there was nobody there. And it was a very, it was 4 in the afternoon, and it was bright out. It was like springtime. It was crazy. And then the bartender proceeded to tell us, so this was Saturday, she said the same thing had happened Thursday night, and we just kept losing glasses. And she told me that same thing happened. She yelled at it and made it stop. And so that's what happened with the glasses. A lot of people don't believe me that happened, but there were 5 of us here that witnessed it, and some of them are non-believers. So it was real interesting. So we had heard a story that back in the 70s, I think, someone had fallen from the landing here and died down here on the pavement. Fell off the fire escape is the rumor. We did check with the Hartford Library to look up old research reports, etc. There wasn't much there. But what I can tell you is that the parking lot did used to come up much closer to the building than it is today. And, Robert fell off the fire escape. There's rumors, as to why he was attempting to get in the building. Not really sure, but he did fall off the fire escape, and he was pronounced at the hospital down the road. I don't remember the exact year, but I believe it was in the 70s. And we do have a lot of members here that are police department employees. So, it was confirmed that something did happen here many years ago. But I don't know the exact nature of it or how it happened, but unfortunately he did pass away after sustaining a fall from here.
For these reasons, Kim asked Ghosts of New England Research Society to investigate.
We are in the basement of the Hartford Elks Club, where appears to be a kitchen type area. Is there anybody here this evening that would like to talk to us? Did you hear something down here?
Yes.
Somebody come down this side. Can you see without a flashlight? Almost like down in this corner. No, just almost like down in this corner.
I heard him. What did you say? I heard his feet moving. I didn't hear any words.
Was it Mike moving?
No. He's playing hide and seek, you guys.
Wait, wait.
We're not here to harm you in any way. We just want to talk and find out why you're here, Alex, and why do you stay here, and why do you make appearances to people and go hide again? We just want to know about you. I know you don't like women in your space, but I wore a really pretty perfume tonight. I'd love for you to come over to me, smell it, and then give me a sign that you're here. Tell me if you like it or not.
Can you tell us your name?
Can you tell us what this building is to you?
Moving into the furnace room, where people had reported hearing a male voice, the team was joined by lead psychic Karen Hollis.
Whoever or whatever is here, talk to us. What do you want?
You just hear something?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You'll see my face, because I make faces when I hear stuff. You know, there's a lot of machinery in here, so we can't hear you. You're going to have to talk very loud.
Can you tell us your name? Do you hear that?
What is it?
Team 1 then moved upstairs to investigate the many rooms of the second and third floor. On the way, Kelly would have a startling experience.
I felt like something was like brushing on me. That was this one. I was on my back. This is where I felt the door right here. Is there someone on the stairway with us right now? Did you just say yes? Yeah. Okay. Did you just like scratch the back of my shirt? I felt it and turned around, and then rationally I see this big bouquet here. But I actually not that close to it. Alright, was just that, that would make sense, I guess.
No.
I'm not that close
If you're
though.
next to Kelly, touch her again. She's not afraid. It's okay if you touch her.
So up in the hallway at the top of the stairs, we had walked on the landing and we were talking, and I felt like something like play with my hood and kind of scratch my back a little bit. Not scratch like a bad scratch, but just like turn around, just kind of like a few times for like that long, like a few seconds. So I turned to look behind me and I saw that there are two big vases of flowers, so that's the natural explanation. And then when I turned all the way around though, they were like a foot and a half away from me. Like,
Yeah, you weren't near him. Is there a Robert? Do you guys, is that name ring a bell with anyone? Robert? It's very cold right here, Mike. Very cold.
Did you really want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I was watching another episode that was done by a previous team, and the people here kept saying there was a Robert.
oh,
Because I'm feeling there's a Robert. It's very cold right here.
Donna was not told anything beforehand about the history of the building. The fact that she sensed an entity named Robert is interesting.
When a new member is inducted, do all of the absent brothers still attend that induction?
if that was you knocking, could you knock again?
We just heard 3 knocks again. If you're the man that played the organ in this lodge room, could you make that same knocking noise?
Can you please rap 3 times hard so we can hear it? Knock 3 times hard. I'm going to knock twice, and I'm going to ask that you knock back. If there's somebody here in skirt with us, that's Karen knocking. If you held office here at the lodge at one point in time, I'm going to knock once. If you would knock back once, we'd appreciate that. This is Karen knocking.
So I see on the stained glass the 4 tenets that are very important to the Elks: charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity. Can you tell us more about that and what that means to you?
Are women not allowed in your organization?
Can you touch my hair or touch my shoulder? We know there's a member of the lodge here that likes to do that sometimes to the ladies that come into this building.
I understand there's a lot of politicking going on here when there were quite a few members. Is that true? Can you say yes or no loudly? I did get an affirmative. Did you get that?
Trying to provoke a response from some of the deceased male members of the organization, the female members of the team sat in the officers' chairs.
Were you in charge of the lodge at one point in time? When our other medium, Donna, came upstairs, she can hear you as well? Donna can hear you? She said it was a game of hide and go seek. Why are you running? Melanie, Mike, and I were standing over here by the bar, and Mike was in the men's room, and as he was in the men's room, the urinal to the right of him suddenly flushed by itself, and we all kind of laughed. And then I was talking to Melanie and noticed that there was a waft of what looked like white smoke that came around the corner, and I noticed it was coming out of this accountant's office here, and this is the same hallway where there was a girl who felt that she saw, or felt rather, an apparition pull her hair.
During the investigation, the GONERS crew seemed to get some responses to questions and had some very strange personal experiences. There does seem to be something out of the ordinary happening at the Hartford Elks Club, but what it is yet to be determined.
Oh, darling, don't let's spoil everything.
I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to top it all off with something...
There's a great big mystery, and it sure is worrying me. It's diddy what diddy. Yes, diddy what diddy. Will somebody tell me what diddy mean? I went out and I walked around, yeah, look who's in town. It's did it, what did it? Yes, it's did it, what did it? Will somebody tell me what did it mean? Had a little girl about 4 foot 4. Come on, baby, give me some more. We did it, what did it? Yes, you did it, what did it? I wish somebody tell me what did it mean? I went to church with my hat on a seat. Lady said, oh, said it sure is sweet. Oh, did it, what did it? Yeah, did it, what did it? I wish somebody tell me what did it mean? Come on, lady, I got to go. Give me that thing that you sitting on. My diddy, what did it? Yeah, my diddy, what did it?
You can touch my hair. You can pull my hair if you like.
That costs extra.
Then I got thrown out of church, cause talk about did it, what did it to my Joe, did it, what did it? Yeah, did it, what did it? I wish somebody tell me what did it, what